Hampshire captain Jimmy Adams scored his first 100 of the LV County Championship season as his side dominated the opening day of their latest match with Worcestershire at the Ageas Bowl. The first thing that Adams did right was to win the toss and look to score a big first innings total as they did in their previous rain-affected match with Leicestershire. Not that it was easy going at the outset. In their only other LV County Championship match this season, played at this ground, Hampshire were 2 down without a run on the board. And although that was never going to happen again, life was not exactly pleasant for either batsman early on. Twice Richard Jones thought he had Michael Carberry out, but twice the umpire disagreed. And how things soon changed as the ball was soon flying to all parts of the ground off the willow of both openers. There are few batsmen on the circuit who can play the pull shot better than Carberry, as the Worcestershire attack were finding out. Adams is not a man you want to linger for too long. Time after time he's shown that once in, he is a very difficult man to dislodge. The new ball had not worked well enough for Worcestershire, and they were now beginning to pay for that. The runs were soon flowing freely as Hampshire started to make the most of what appeared to be friendly conditions to bat in on a warmish day near the south coast. Carberry struck 3 fours and a single Gareth Andrew over, something repeated by Adams in Russell's next over. Carberry was to his 51st, and it arrived with that characteristic pull which brought him his 8th boundary to take him to his half-century off 64 balls. The signs were not looking very good for the visitors, who came into this match on the back of a rather heavy defeat in Cardiff last week. The Hampshire 100 was soon up as the bowlers soon discovered the results of over-pitching, as well as dropping in too short to Carberry. So it was with some relief that he was out before lunch. Moeen Ali was tossed the ball, and with his 4th delivery, he had Carberry legged before for 62. That ended an opening stand of 113 made in 25 overs, and it was a wicket that Worcestershire badly needed. Adams, meanwhile, eased to his own half-century with his 8th 4 off his 93rd delivery. The short ball continued to be spanked to the boundary after the interval. Liam Dawson had batted himself in and now looked to join what appeared as if it might be a run fest. The bowlers extracted little help from the surface, and Dawson was another who was able to work the ball around as he added a further 50-run partnership with Adams for the 2nd wicket. With the total on 168, Hampshire did lose Dawson for 26 as he was hurried into his shot by Russell and could only offer Neil Pinner a simple catch. But Adams remained and was hitting the ball with some force in his attacking shots by now. There was a real whip after going through with the stroke, and the ball was racing past the infield as he was making the most of winning the toss as his side approached 200 already. But just before they got there, they lost their 3rd wicket, that of George Bailey. Not in the Aussie squad for the Ashes, he now edged Ali to slip on 11. That brought James Vince in at number 5. Vince has started this summer in terrific form, making it 200s in 2 championship matches after scoring 1 against Leicestershire this season to add to the one he ended last summer with. Such is his current form that many would soon have been expecting him to score big against this attack, especially given the way he started his innings with some delightful strokes. But as tea approached, it was Adams who neared his 100 with another rasping cover drive. And in 194 balls, he got to the 17th century of his first-class career. It had come with 12 boundaries plus an all-run 4, and was an innings of real class. Indeed, it made it all look rather easy as his side pressed on. And press on further is what they did in the day's final session, with Vince starting to look invincible. Until a rather barren summer last year, the 22-year-old had been compared to some of the best, and on current form it's not hard to see why he was getting such favourable notices. He moved to another 50 off 69 balls, but just as talk started to be of his hat-trick of championship hundreds, he tried to ease Ali over the top, but misdirected his shot and holed out to Alan Richardson in the deep. He was gone for 52. Adams, though, was not going to give his wicket away as easily. Having done so much hard work early on, he was by now enjoying himself as he continued to produce some stunning strokes, although the bowling wasn't always up to the mark. Adams had seen the total onto 319, but the second new ball late in the day did pay dividends for Worcestershire. Russell appeared to beat Sean Irvine for pace as the batsman was bowled for 18. That brought in Adam Wheater, who wasted no time in getting on with things. A small man with a powerful eye and touch, he was swiftly onto anything short from a tiring Richardson, who, in spite of these shots, went for only 1.8 runs per over from his 25 overs overall. He also had some deserved success late on as he trapped Wheater in front for 15 just after the 350 had been posted. But what about Adams? Well, he was still there, and before the close he moved to his 150. He'd been at the crease for more than 6 hours, in which he'd faced 282 deliveries, of which 19 had brought him boundaries. He'd been the only batsman to take full toll of conditions. And he will go again on the second morning, resuming on 151, with his side handily placed to get 400 plus runs for the second match in a row. They'll resume on 367 for 6 and look for plenty more against a Worcestershire side whose batsmen are yet to really gel this summer.